All right. We're just verifying that we're live on Facebook. I think we're waiting for Olivia to let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know if you hear us on TikTok as well. Looks like we
Yep.
have a couple people that have joined on TikTok. Um, okay, let's get going. We are talking today. We are talking about something I dearly love.
I don't know if love is the correct word for that.
We're talking about pets and rentals. Pets. People that knew me 15 years ago would probably think there ain't no way Mike would love pets, but I do. I love dogs, little dogs. I
That
love
is
little
true.
Yorkie. Does it sound good too? Okay. Okay. So we are going to be talking about pets today, pets and rentals, pets and rentals. I was going to bring a special guest.
You should have.
I did not bring Yadikins, but we will still talk about it, even though he's not here. Um, I don't even have a picture of him to share. It's
That's
kind
so
of sad.
sad.
Anyway, I do have a picture on my phone, but it's running our TikTok at the
Oh yeah.
moment. So, okay, let's get into it. We are going to talk about rentals. We're going to talk about for sale houses. We are going to use our mics straight up because I know last time we had an issue and I think it was my fault. So, we got to use our mics very close to the mics. So, to get to our website, I'm going to have Kaylee.
Hmm. To get to our website, you go to maritzllc.com.
Good job, Kaylee. Let's go straight into it. I am going to share the screen and I'm going to let her talk. She is going to tell us all about the rentals we currently have available to show. So let me get back. Of course, it kind of freezes up on me. Okay, you can go ahead and start talking about them.
Okay. So we have a one bed, one bath out in Lynn that is a 55 plus community. So if you are a senior looking for a nice low maintenance property, that would be great for you. 750.
Just kind of glitching.
We also have a house over in Rolla on Ashley Drive. That's 1375, two bed, two bath, one car garage. I'm up on it. I'm right there. We're also building duplexes out in Rolla as well, two bed, two bath, one car garages. Those would be 1250. And then we've also got Kensington, 28 Kensington. That'll be 1450 a month. That is a two bed, two bath, one car garage house in Union. And we've also got one duplex in Labadee View left, I believe. That is 1400. That'll be available sometime in October. Two bed, two bath, one car garage, full walkout basement. And then we got the duplexes in Union, 1325, two bed, two bath, one car garage. Those are right in town, so those are a pretty convenient location.
Awesome. Yeah, those are located right behind Hardee's. If you're looking for a duplex in Union, those are there. So we have the house in Union. We got a duplex in Union. We got a couple of, we got one duplex left in Labadee,
Yep.
which is a great thing. And then we have a couple in Rolla, house duplex. And then we also have a property in Lynn. I know we have a list we are calling, but again, if you want this, let us know pretty quick. This just came up
Yeah,
like yesterday.
yesterday.
So let's try to get this rented on there as well. Okay, let's go talk into our for sale. So we have a couple of things for sale right now. The only house we have available that will close this year is Lot 38. That is located in St. Andrews. That is a full walkout house, walkout basement. It butts up to woods, so it's going to be a nice privacy for people that want it. It is, I believe, the last walkout lot in St. Andrews. I don't think there's many lots left in St. Andrews. I think we bought three of them, and I think that might have been there might be ones or twosies left, but after that, I think we got the houses. So this is going to be the last walkout. If you want to purchase in 2025, that's going to be available. So just make sure if that's something you're interested in. Um, Okay, let's get into the subject. Subject of pets. Pets in pet policy here at Maritz. I think we were going to talk about the evolution of our pet policy. Um, I know in the beginning when I was anti-pets, um, they were annoying. Sometimes pets destroy things. That is something that is well known. Sometimes if they're not potty trained or whatever. So we started out. I think when we started renting, we had zero pets. We were not allowing any pets whatsoever. So the realization is when we started, there wasn't that many pets, pet owners, or at least we were willing to forego a lease and wait for a tenant that didn't have pets. That has since changed. Um, I have owned my little doggy for 12 years. So that dog kind of changed a lot of what I thought about pets, which is kind of sad, I guess. I guess I should have realized about renters and stuff like that, but I'm going to be honest here. So I think we changed probably 15 years ago, probably. So it was about 3 years before I got my lovely pets. So we changed it. We allow dogs, we allow cats. People ask if we allowed lizards. I think we've done that a couple of times. Asked the snakes.
We've had a snake
Ooh,
before,
we've
yeah.
had a snake before. A snake before, not a common practice. Um, I think we had somebody. I don't know if you were around, Kaylee. We had somebody that was wanting a spider, like a tarantula or
Oh.
something. Yeah, that's a no go on our thing. There ain't no way.
Oh.
Because if we have to somehow handle that, or
Mm,
yeah, we're not involved
mm-mm.
with that. So anyway, dogs and cats. That's generally the thing.
Yeah.
Never had a pig. Never had chickens. Well, I should say that we've had people ask us about chickens, and we have always said no on that. So no chickens, but pets, pets. So our pet policy here, and I think we're pretty aggressive compared to other, I shouldn't say aggressive, conservative compared to other landlords. We allow two pets, max of two, not 10, not four, not five. Trust me, we've had all of those ask us for them. I might have
Yep.
to have Kaylee start thinking of a good story about a pet. Um, so we've had pets before. Two is what we allow, 50 pounds or less. So if it's 52, probably not going to happen. It really just depends.
Yeah.
I think we've allowed 52-pound pets before
Yeah.
coming into one of our houses, but two pets, they are $35 a piece, $35 a piece per pet. So per month. So that could be an additional $70 a month for rent. So if you really love your pets, then people pay for that, and it's just a cost for us. So it's extra maintenance, I guess you could
Mhm.
say. It's extra time to look at it. It's also just a benefit, if that's something. You still have landlords to this day that refuse pets, period,
Yeah.
in any one of their properties. So it is something we offer, and there is a $500 one-time fee that is also assessed through merits, and then we require insurance. That's a huge thing. Some people don't realize that when they get a pet, they go to renters. Some renters want insurance,
Mhm.
that they want it covered liability reasons. So if all of a sudden you have a pet bite somebody, we want a liability policy on that. We clearly state in our leases we're not responsible, all that
Yeah.
jazz. But it's always nice to have an insurance policy on that. So we always require an insurance policy when you have a pet in one of our places. We require you to carry a liability policy, which is good. It also protects the renter as well.
Right.
Um, and it also protects, I think, anyone that is renting these days really needs to have an insurance policy that covers, in case there's a fire, in case, some people don't realize that if there's a fire, your belongings burn up in a rental. It's not the landlord's responsibility to replace that.
Yep.
So that is clearly on the renter, and they need to make sure that they have that policy. We cover our items that are responsible for us: refrigerators, stoves, dishwashers, cabinets, walls, ceilings,
Yeah.
roofs, all that stuff. We pay that. Um, common thing that people ask us is aggressive breeds. I don't know if anybody has talked about that before, but I know Kaylee has seen it. We have seen it. I'm going to give you an example. We are currently in the process of rewriting our insurance for our rental properties. It's about this time that we go through the process, and that is one of the questions I filled out 2 days ago. Do you allow aggressive breed dogs on your rentals? The answer is no. If we required yes, there would be more additional questions. They could look at our policy and say, you know what, we're not going to insure Maritz because they're
Yep.
allowing some aggressive breeds. People, I hear it all the time. Well, my Doberman Pinscher or
Mhm.
my Rottweiler or my Pit Bull, it's just such the sweetest dog I've ever seen. It's considered an aggressive breed. I'm sure your Pit Bull is wonderful. I'm sure your Rottweiler is the greatest.
Yep.
But I think they have developed the dogs, and the dog owners, not every dog owner, but dog owners have been stereotyped that if they have a Rottweiler or a Pit Bull, that they're considered, aggressive breeds. You always see the captions, "Oh, it's in a mobile home park. It's chained to a tree." That's just kind of the stereotypical uh, play that is known in the insurance company, and they consider that aggressive. I assume they've also had bites from the past insurance companies. They learn from their mistakes. They're always constantly updating um, their policies, what they cover. These days, insurance really don't want to pay out on anything, so they're going to find a way not to pay. And one of the things that they do is aggressive breeds.
Yep.
I hear a common thing about dogs. A big dog is more well behaved than a small dog. I'll be honest, my little Yadikins, he is a little Yorkshire Terrier. We call him Yadikins. His name is Yadi. And then we have Bentley, which is a King Charles Cavalier. That is my wife's dog, but he's really mine. Um, Bentley loves me. So they're both smaller dogs. They're under 25 pounds. Um, that Yorkshire Terrier pees everywhere. That thing does not stop marking. We actually have diapers on him at the moment. I've seen big dogs where they have been nicer. They don't bark as
Mhm.
much. They don't. It's just we have to draw a line. There's always going to be a line that a landlord has to draw. Like, okay, do we allow 100-pound pets? Do we allow 150? Those big mastiffs and dogs in that caliber. You got to remember, a bigger dog has bigger poop. And all of a sudden, you have all
It's true.
this large amounts of feces in the back. Some people take care of their dogs, some people do not. In the majority of the time, when we're evicting people, they have pets. I can tell you, they do not take care of the property. Um, we learn from that. We try to get better renters. We just had one person leave one of our rentals right now, and the back bedroom smells like piss. It's and the floors are probably 5 years hardwood, vinyl plank, I should say vinyl plank, not hardwood. Vinyl plank, and it's terrible. So you can have a small dog, big dog, medium-sized dog, it doesn't matter. If you're not a good person that takes care of their animals, it will destroy the property no matter what. But we do have to put a line. People are like, "Well, my 100-pound dog is such the nicest dog. It lays around." I realize that it's just we have to put a limit. I know some landlords, they have a 35-pound limit. Some people have a 25-pound limit. Um, it's just something that we put. So we allow up to 50 pounds on our rentals. So that's kind of something. What else do we have about pet rumors or pet myths or okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think one of the stories is we had a renter in town here in Union, and brand new house, 2 years old, and they had a pet. They actually had two pets, and that house was completely destroyed, um, completely destroyed, to the tune that we had to paint the basement
Mhm.
because they used the basement as their place that they went to the bathroom. Um, they had dog feces and cat feces in on top of the stove in the grates. Um, I think the cost of us was 25, $30,000. Yeah, the floors had to be kilts. So we if we had that experience and that was the only experience we had, we would never allow pets on our
Yeah.
properties. I'm just giving you a heads up. If we had a dog and that was the situation every single time, no landlord would allow pets. So there's a majority of people that have pets. They take care of the property. They take care of what it is. It's just it's the bad seeds or it's the bad experiences. It's the people that's what ruins it
Mhm.
for other people. So, yeah, if you have a dog, if it's over 50 pounds, I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm sure it's lovely. I'm sure it doesn't do anything. It's just we have to put a limit,
Yep.
you know, on on the pet thing. So that's kind of something we've done. Anything else? Can you think of a good pet story?
Mm, I don't know if I have any, like, good pet stories. I know a lot of people that have the pets over the weight limit, they always are, "Well, they're so calm," and I'm the first one to be like, "Yeah, probably," because I've had a big dog, I've had a small dog, I know how they act, but like you said, you have to draw a line somewhere. In a perfect world, I would love to accept every pet,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, that's not how it rolls. Insurance is picky, and if you want to be covered, you got to play by their rules.
Yeah, I mean, insurance is a key factor. If we can't get insurance because we allow that, um, that's going to be huge. Or if it raises our rates, right now in this tight market we're in, prices are going up. We just had someone called me today talking about lumber. How lumber prices are going really high because of Canada,
Mhm.
the Canadian tariffs. So we do get stuff from Canada. Our lumber yard, we shop local. We believe rates are going up. So yeah, I mean, we have to draw the line. We have to, if the insurance isn't going to work, if there's a problem with the insurance, that is something we won't tolerate. So yeah, uh, love pets. I do. That has changed over the last 12 years or so. But again, we have to determine what's best, what's not, and we also have to put a limit. So people that want to bash landlords for just, oh, I can't have a pet, I can't do this, I can't do this because they're not allowing me to do it. I would encourage everyone to try to buy a house.
Yeah.
Again, houses right now are so expensive. But maybe find a smaller house, maybe find a starter home, which is probably going to run you around $200,000. But there are homes right now that are in the low twos or in the high ones that
Mhm.
that we've seen. So um, I think that's something that should be attainable for people. I know when I was, getting my first house 30 years ago, um, yeah, the average price was probably 150 on a house. Now, these days, it's probably 350 for a house,
Yeah.
but, you should be able to find some starter homes. I know that's, rates and stuff like that, but, again, if you have a ton of pets, you gotta look at maybe that's the time to own a house so you don't have to have someone control what you can have, what
Right.
you can't have.
Mhm.
So that's kinda what what we'd recommend. I hope that discusses. If you think about any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Call us 636-584-3065, or go to our website, www.maritzllc.com. Thank you very much. I hope everyone enjoys the weekend. Stay safe. Hopefully get cooler weather. See you guys.